Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, TGIF. Once again, it's me. Every Friday, my name is Baileys Acot, and then once again, I'm subbing in for Coach Bujing. This is Sports All In, and we have a very, very special guest for this week for my segment for tonight. And before we get to him, I first would like to thank our very beloved sponsors, Pinoy Youth Dreamers, GH Athletics, Petso Pizza, Choco Bam Bam, of course, Smart, simple eh. And I also have here Super Delights from Makati Super Crunch, Yes Way from the official distributor of protein products in the Philippines, and Circulan for, of course, your immune system nowadays. If you need their products, do PM Trader Bees. And we have Mama Ninis. And, of course, papasalamat po ako sa mga sumusuporta sa Sports All In. We have some technical difficulties because of Facebook. We don't know who to blame, but I could just right now we're doing our plan B, which is to go live on YouTube. And thank you for your support. If you're here, you're watching, maraming salamat. And we will be back, and I will introduce our guest after this commercial.
Break through a world where big data beats your worries. A world that gives you priority when innovations come. This is the Giga Life on Smart Signature. Simplified by the Philippines' fastest mobile data network. The choice is simple. Move up to Smart Signature and make your mark. How do I know it's meant to be? Simple, Smart Ako.
All right, thank you for that advertisement. Smart, simple, smart ako. Of course, once again, maraming salamat for tuning in. And with me here tonight is a very good friend of mine. We grew up together. We studied in LaSalle Green Hills. We were teammates when we were 11 years old, when I was 11 years old, and basically grew up together. He was my point center. Are we here? He's here now. Okay. The Luka Doncic Show. Valenzuela City, ladies and gentlemen, Michael Dela Cruz. Yes.
Hello guys, kamusta kayo?
So, di ako na-inform na blonde ka na pala, brother.
Syempre na bored tayo ngayon sa quarantine, so walang magawa.
Walang magawa. Workout and color muna ng hair.
Workout lang.
Well, of course, Mike, so syempre nandito ka ngayon sa Sports All In. Sabi mo wala kang magawa during this quarantine, so nagpahuli ka ng buhok. Pero besides all that, syempre, kakamustahin muna kita at naming mga viewers na namimiss na panoorin si Michael De La Cruz. Syempre, nanonood yung mga fans mo, yung mga supporters mo live sa laro. Yung iba nanonood via YouTube lang or sa Facebook. So ngayon nandito ka na at kamusta ka na namin. Kamusta naman ng si Michael De La Cruz at anong pinagagawa ngayong quarantine?
Since nagsimula yung quarantine, bumili ako ng dumbbell set ko para medyo productive tayo ngayong quarantine.
Nag-invest.
Ang goal ko kasi ngayon is to build muscle talaga kasi I think most of the players in the pro leagues are bulk enough. More on banggaan kasi in PBA, di ba? Or MPBL. So, I'm just getting ready for the physical stuff doon. And doon yung mga strengths ko pa din. Wino-work ko pa rin yung strengths ko. Nagtayo nga kami ng court dito sa amin eh. Pero hindi siya standard para para lang ako makapag-practice na maayos. So, yun lang, papawis lang palagi, jogging, biking. Pero yung parang game situation, mahirap pa rin i-build yun kasi kailangan sa court din talaga with
Dapat
your
lima
team.
kayo pag game situation. Hindi mahirap yung
Mm,
puro imagination lang.
oo.
Pero nakita ko
Mahirap
kasi,
yung ikaw lang mag-isa.
di ka mo mag-isa kasi, nagla-live ka lagi sa Facebook habang
Oo.
nagpapapawis ka sa inyo eh. Kahit maglaba lang,
Ayun, para hindi ako masyado mabore, parang at least may audience pa rin ako na nanonood habang
Siyempre,
nag-workout ako.
kasi you grew up, di ba?
Mm.
You grew up playing basketball for most of your life. Tapos,
Yep.
sanay ka na may audience na may nanonood sa'yo. So
Mm.
ngayon, gumagawa ka ng sariling bubble effect sa bahay, nagpagawa ka ng court. Tapos yung virtual fan mo, yung Facebook live mo.
Oo, totoo.
Well, yun nga. So, syempre, nag-invest ka sa dumbbells na mention mo yung MPBL, yung PBA. So, masasabi mo na, of course, your next goal since you just graduated in Enderun from Enderun Colleges, such a prestigious school, and with a very beautiful basketball program that was honed, and a lot of players from them have already transferred and shifted to the big college leagues. So,
Mm.
yung nag-invest ka na ng weights, yung
Ah,
sa isip mo na ba nun, parang next step na kagad, MPBL, PBA, or meron ka pang uh, meron ka pang something you're trying to get ready for?
well, syempre talaga yung ina-eye ko. And yung Enderun kasi napasok sa PBA D-League. So, parang one step away na lang din yung sa pro. So, parang yun na rin yung eye ko after graduation. Pero I think may isang playing year pa ako. And I'll see if magagamit ko pa siya or maybe diretso na sa D-League or MPBL muna.
Okay, okay. So that's the plan, no? Kasi
That's the plan.
that's the plan.
God's
Of
plan.
course. God's plan is the plan. So syempre, before all that, ayoko muna tanungin yung mga yung mga yung mga tanong na inaabangan ng lahat kasi gusto ko pampakulo muna. Mag-build up muna
Mm,
tayo ng questions and
okay.
how your journey was growing up. Sa mga, of course, sa mga not, those who aren't as knowledgeable of who the Luka Doncic of Valenzuela City is. So si Michael De La Cruz, ladies and gentlemen, is a kid that grew up in Valenzuela, took his talents to Lasal Green Hills when he was in elementary, grade school pa lang. And
Yes.
he was,
Homegrown?
yung nag-start siya na yung point center namin. Kasi maraming hindi pa nagdumadaan ng puberty eh. Hindi pa nag-growth
Mm.
spurt eh. Pero si
Oo.
Mike, nauna sa aming lahat. So
Kaso,
siya na yung, kung baga sa 2-3 zone, siya na yung nasa baba sa gitna. Pag rebound, siya rin magbababa ng bola. Siya patatawag ng play. Siya pa yung screenan. So, yun yung story ni Michael De La Cruz from the start pa lang. So, Mike, when you started, you had the most playing time, the most minutes, the most ball, the most attraction from coaches and your teammates. So,
mm,
masasabi mo ba na when you were in Lasal Green Hills, it prepared you for the big leagues coming into the Enderun or to NCA? Before all that, your coaches, sino yung mga nag-support sa'yo and what are the factors that made you who you are now as a player?
syempre sobrang nakatulong yun because since bata pa lang, more on skills yung tinuturo ng coaches sa LSGH, di ba?
Hmm.
So, parang bawat practices natin everyday, naiipon lahat yun eh. Hanggang sa ngayon, naiipon lahat yun. Kasi since grade 3 hanggang fourth year high school, halos everyday, even summer, nagte-training kami. I mean tayo, di ba? So, so ayun, parang big help siya sa akin, especially since bata ko, sentro ako. Parang pag sentro ka, kita mo lahat ng players sa basketball court eh. Kaso nung dumating yung high school, medyo napag-iwanan na yung height ko. I need to adjust din talaga sa pagiging guard. So, hanggang ngayon, nadadala ko pa rin yung mga knowledge, yung mga skills na tinuro sa akin from being a center to a shooting guard. Nadala ko yun sa Enderun. And from a superstar, sabi mo nga, pagdating ko ng Enderun, medyo mataas yung expectation sa akin. Pero, I mean, yun sa akin, naging role player muna ako. From start hanggang my third year. Pagdating ng fourth year, medyo nag-iba na rin yung role ko eh. Kasi I was appointed to be a team captain. Kaya medyo nag-iba yung pananaw ko sa pagiging basketball player eh. More on leader na sa court. Hindi na yung more on sa akin yung bola. More on ako yung magde-decide kung anong gusto kong gawin. Parang napaghalo ko yung pagiging team player, pagiging role player sa pagiging captain ko. And napakalaking tulong ng mga coaches. Mga naging coaches ko sa LSGH sila Coach Marlon, Sante, Schubert, dami. Coach John Flores, Coach Marvin, Coach Carl, Coach Allen. Yun nga. Tapos, I mean, I am grateful na na binigyan nila ako ng opportunity to grow as a player nung hinawakan nila ako. Kaya medyo, confident ako pagdating ko ng college. Kaso, hindi man masyado kilala yung school namin. At least, we are still trying to compete at a championship level palagi.
You are, and yung Enderun has been having the exposure already to the extent na parang you're already competing against big more exposed colleges and universities sa field of sports. So Enderun is trying to build up their program in sports, and it's safe to say na laking tulong mo dun sa of course kasi who would have known
Totoo.
I mean, for the most of us Enderun College, Val Chauca was also a product. Naging teammates pa kayo ni Val, di ba?
Yep.
Ikaw, si Michael Dela Cruz, and so many other more na we have yet to witness in the big leagues, the bigger, more prestigious leagues. Pero you were mentioned na growing up, thankful ka sa coaches mo and all that. Pero you played in LaSalle Green Hills, SBP, Pastorel. We were fortunate. I was fortunate to be teammates with you and to win the championship in high school for Pastorel. You played in the NCAA. Pero maybe you can share your experience as a Batang Gilas member. You also competed against giants and foreign aliens in basketball because of their height and how big they are, their experience, and you were teamed up with the Nieto twins. So how was that experience?
Sobrang hindi makapaniwala dun sa experience na yun. Kasi during the tryouts, I think nasa 100 plus ata kami nung nagka-tryouts. Pero as the tryouts goes, parang palapit na ng season. Parang I was chosen to be part of the 12-man team of yes. And then I was at my peak of my career ata nung time na yon, yung high school career ko. So parang for me, I was confident to compete with other superstars of different schools. Kaya yung time na yun parang yung first league namin is Southeast Asia eh. So parang at that level, parang tayo talaga yung number 1 sa Southeast Asia. So parang we were the champions at that time. yun yung mga level na halos kahit natin sila lahat,
Yes, yeah.
yung skill level halos kaya naman. Pero pagdating ng FIBA Asia, kita mo naman yung sayang nga walang coverage dati ng FIBA Asia namin eh. Parang yung height namin as in sobrang liit. Parang
Ewang lang, no?
uh, oo. Yung China talaga, China yung pinakamatangkad ng time na yun. Pero
Diba,
yung ibang
teammates mo that time, and what year was this? Yung FIBA Asia, what year? And you're
2013 and 2014. Yung
okay.
2014 yung FIBA World na. So
Okay.
yung time na yun, halos, yung ibang teams halos kahit namin eh, pero yung skill level nila parang advanced na din. Pero dun sa FIBA Asia run namin, parang grabe yung mga preparation namin for the game, especially yung mga decision ni Coach Jamaic, yung mga press namin. Kasi sa press lang kami mabubuhay dati nun eh. Kasi kami yung pinakamabilis na team. Kahit maliit man kami yung pinakamabilis. And parang sobrang packed din ng team namin nun eh. Especially yung first five namin. Matt
Sino-sino kayo nun?
Nieto,
Sino-sino kayo nun?
Jolo Mendoza, Paul Desiderio,
Hmm.
Mike Nieto, Richard Escoto, Enzo Navarro, Carlo Abadeza,
Wow,
Diego
Carlo.
Dario, Mikel Pandillo. Yun, and then me. So parang yung time na
Powerhouse.
yun parang powerhouse talaga. Kaso, kinulang lang sa height. Luckily, umabot kami ng championship ng FIBA Asia and nakalaban namin China.
Tap.
Pero grabe yung pinagdaanan namin nun kasi grabe din, parang powerhouse din yung nakalaban namin nung semifinals eh. Yung Korea yung nakalaban namin. Meron silang parang go-to shooting guard. As in, siya lang talaga yung gumagawa. And all we needed to do is to stop him. And nagawa naman namin yun. Kaya nakapasok kami ng finals. Kasi pag once nakapasok ka ng finals, sure na part ka na ng FIBA World. So parang yun na yung pinaka-championship game namin. And
Yeah.
then, pagdating ng championship, parang inisip na lang namin, what if try namin talunin yung China? Kaso, wala eh, lugi talaga sa height. Pero, we lost by 10 lang.
10. That's not bad, ah. Against what? Six players, 7-footers.
I think 3 players ata nila, 6'10 eh, 6'11.
Pa? Tapos
Eh, yung tallest namin si Richard na eh.
siya na yung pinakamalaki.
6'4.
6'4 lang. Tapos si Carlo
Oo.
Atkins Abadeza, 6'2.
And then, isipin mo, di ba shooting guard ako? Bantay ko 6'6.
6'6. Oh. Yung height na ni Kobe
Oo.
Bryant yun eh.
Kaya nga eh. Pero at least we fought our best.
That's the beauty of it, no? That's the beauty of basketball. And most people lang, Mike, when we ask people what their dreams are, or of course their dreams to compete in the PBA, the UAP, pero when the one that they can say na parang, oh, I made it this far in basketball is really when they play for the flag and the country. So when you were saying kanina na it was the time na it was the peak of your career back in high school. So parang bakit mo nasabi na that was your peak? And do you still think na, and where do you think you are now? Kung masasabi mo peak mo yun ng basketball career. Pero bago nun,
Okay.
pag-isip mo muna yung tanong mo, mag-hi muna tayo sa ating mga nag-comment. Sabi ni Ate Glenda, hello daw, and kay Ayana Perlas and kay Queenie Ascutia. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. And sa mom ko, my mom is saying hi. Hi, Mike. And regards to your mom, kay Tita Susan. And Philippine Sports Corner, and I, we would like to thank uh, Renz Hu and Hyacinth Uri and Cheska Dizon of Enderun Colleges. Tama ba yung pagka-pronounce ko, Mike?
Anong ulit
So,
name? Anong name
uh,
ulit?
Renz Hu, Hyacinth
Renzi.
Uri,
Renzi who?
Renzi Hu, Hyacinth,
Yan yung number one sports director namin.
sa Enderun. So yun, nagpapasalamat po kami sa kanila na you gave your Luka Doncic, who is now blonde, for his time with us here. And may nagtatanong na Philippine Sports Corner.
Yep.
After na lang ng tanong ko. Kasi yung tanong ko, yun nga, you say that I actually can connect Philippine Sports Corner with my questioning. Question na, so di ba na-mention ko nga, it was your peak before in high school. It is what you
Yes.
said. Tapos ngayon, sabi ni Philippine Sports Corner na you were recognized as the MVP of Enderun. The Enderun College's most valuable player in the men's basketball team. So, paano mo masasabi na that time was the peak of your career, but at the same time now, you're the most valuable player of your college and your basketball team. So, what's the difference of that?
Nung high school, kasi di ba, syempre kilala, Lasal Green Hills. Pag sinabi mo Lasal Green Hills, parang competitor talaga sa UAP NCAA yan. And then, parang I can say na, I mean, overall condition ko, parang I think I can dominate din ng time na yon. Especially, syempre, with all the trainings, the conditioning, and all the knowledge that was put onto me, parang nandun na lahat ng knowledge eh. Parang sa time ko na yun, parang advance ako sa lahat ng mga kabatch ko. Parang yun yung masasabi ko, kaya parang nasabi ko na yun yung peak ko. And then, yung ngayon, parang I'm still trying to prove my prove my name sa mga tao na hindi nakakakilala sa akin. Especially, wala ako sa UAP, wala ako sa NCAA. I think what I'm trying to do is to build my character and kung sino ako sa basketball court para I mean, ongoing pa rin yung process ko para maabot ko yung peak ko talaga. Kasi as of now, parang less tournaments kami ngayon. Pero makikita naman sa dilig na we can compete. So parang ongoing yung process ko to get better. Pero hindi ko pa masasabi ngayon na nasa peak na ako ngayon as a college player or sa magiging pro basketball player na Mike Dela Cruz. Kaya yung pagiging MVP ko dun sa athletes night namin, I think they have given me recognition lang kasi I really sacrificed a lot for this team, for the Enderun community. As in, gabi-gabi, iniisip ko kung paano makapag-provide sa team, dominate habang ako, halos dalawa lang kami senior nun eh. So parang yung mindset ko, parang doon na-build yung mindset ko na paano kaya ako magdo-dominate habang nagli-lead sa team. Parang yun lang yung na-build ko ngayon. Pero hindi ko masasabing I'm at my peak right now. Parang marami pa kayo makikita sa Mike De La Cruz in the future.
You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. Marami pa kayong aabangan kay Mike De La Cruz. And so you mentioned na yun nga, gabi-gabi, lagi mo inisip kung paano mo i-represent or paano mo makakatulong sa team. And si Coach Marlon is watching right now. So, shout out sa coach natin, kay Coach Marlon.
Shout out Coach Marlon.
Kasi syempre, masasabi kong bata tayo ni Coach Marlon eh. Nakaproduce siya ng isang Michael Dela Cruz tsaka isang courtside reporter. So, thank you, Coach. Laking tulong ka rin yun sa amin.
Thank you, Coach.
Pero yun nga, kasi
Solid ka.
I wanna dig in deep dun sa ano eh. Sa pinagdaanan mo siya mo gabi-gabi na it was a lot of trials and a lot of, let's say, nights to ponder on how you can provide for Enderun.
Mm-mm.
So, with your journey as a basketball player before Enderun na sa LaSalle Green Hills, you were ahead of your batch. You had yun nga a very colorful experience
Mm-mm.
ahead of your of other for most members of your team and your batch. Thus coming into Enderun, why was it harder? What makes you say na parang bakit anong difference ng struggle na yun sa struggle na na-experience mo yung Batang Gilas, struggle na na-experience mo yung NCAA, na you were from NCAA. Syempre nagpapakilala ka rin noon. You were teammates with Kobe Paras pa. Before that, sa Phil Oil, renowned players, Richie Rivero. Anong difference naman nun yung time na nasa Enderun ka na, tas ano yung struggle na yun? What was it like?
I think yung struggle na naranasan ko is, syempre, from a dominating team, parang, syempre, Enderun is still, parang ongoing pa rin yung growth ng basketball program nila. So parang when we were competing, parang doon mo marirealize na hindi porket parang one of the dominating players ka dati, parang pagdating ng college, parang dominate agad eh. Kasi once na dumating ka ng college, halos lahat yan matured players na eh. Mas matatalino, mas malalaki yung build nila. And then parang ibang ano na rin eh. Iba yung system pagdating sa college eh. Hindi basta takbuhan, more on IQ talaga. Kaya parang since yung Enderun ongoing pa rin yung growth nun, parang kailangan extra. Hindi lang ikaw, dapat mga teammates mo din. Kasi halos lahat ng kalaban namin, meron silang mga top recruit, yung mga galing NCAA, UAP. Pero pagdating sa amin, parang halos lahat role players galing sa high school team nila eh. Halos lahat ng naging teammates ko galing UAP, NCAA, pero Team B. So parang yun talaga naging challenge na para sa amin, kailangan mapantayan namin yung level namin sa kanila kahit galing Team B or mga hindi kilalang players. Parang yung challenge namin is to prove na dapat andun kami sa highest level eh. Especially dun sa mga nakakatanda sa akin nung pagpasok ko ng college. Parang yun yung gustong i-prove namin. Especially nung summer tournaments. Kasi that's the time na yun lang yung nakakalaban namin na mga teams, yung mga UAP and NCAA. Summer leagues lang namin sila halos nakakatapat. Kaya parang we are looking forward for the summer. Kasi doon namin mabibase kung may progress ba yung ginagawa namin everyday. And kung yun yung basihan namin if we're on the right track din talaga. Kaya more on ipoprove namin yung sarili namin.
I think
yun yung challenge talaga.
I think what you're trying to say is that knowing these things, these factors na number one, Enderun hasn't proven enough yet at this point or at that point as well na they are at the same level as San Beda, as Letran, as De La Salle University.
Mm.
So there's yun nga, it was still program building that time, and then factors like at the same time you and your teammates were parang ito yung parang most of you guys, if it's safe to say, Mike, na parang sayang napapanood ko yung mga teammates ko, mga kakalaban ko dati nasa UAP, sa NCAA na. So ngayon ako nasa Enderun ako, parang marami yung kailangan i-prove kami ng mga teammates ko. Yun ba yung mga nasa isip nyo at that time? So those factors na parang ayun, paano ba makaka-contribute doon? Paano ba yung teammates ko na we're all gonna do this as one unit, na making a role model din ako. At the same time, mabigay ko yung lahat ko for the community, hindi lang dahil gusto ko umakyat ako sa sarili ko. Kasi yung iba parang sarili lang iniisip, pupunta ako sa nagbe-build lang na program na school, magbabakaw ako, parang mas maraming bola para makaakyat. Di ba may mga ganung players pero well, not for you and not for your team. And I think it's safe to say na Enderun has really built a very renowned program enough na to really showcase their talents at makapasok sa to make a name, alam mo yun, makapasok sa circle of the big leagues. Pero yun nga, Enderun also competed actually in the PBA D-League, diba?
Yes.
And that is, and you also competed in a lot of leagues, so we can talk about that later. Pero meron akong video dito na papakita natin sa viewers. Yung first video natin. Parang let's just dig into some technicalities and some plays and what was in your head right now, and ma-visualize din ng tao kung bakit ikaw si Luka Doncic ng Valenzuela City. So, eto, yung first video natin. Hold on.
Manliano. Back to Nunez. Chauca, kick out. 6 on the shot clock. Dela Cruz. Oh no! Big triple. 2 big triples by Michael Dela Cruz. And that triple brought us by Bitcoin Cash. And that forces Coach Toto Trujillo to call a timeout.
And the crowd goes wild. Woo! So that time, when was this? Sino yung kalaban nyo? And what league first? And what were you fighting for? What was at stake?
2018 yan na ASCO season. It was the semifinals. Like the game 2 para makapasok sa championship.
Okay.
Sobrang memorable sa akin yan kasi yung buong season ko wala talaga. And then when it came to the semifinals, parang those 2 triples lang ata yung parang contribution ko. And then sobrang emotional para sa akin yung time na yon. Kasi as in wala talaga ako nung buong season, and then nung pagdating ng semifinals nakapag-deliver ako. Kaya parang as you can see doon sa video, parang walang parang hindi ako masyado nag-celebrate noon. Parang lang, in-appreciate ko lahat ng effort ko noon. At ayun, at least napanalo yung game na yan.
Well, sabi ka ng commentator that time, Michael De La Cruz with 2 big shots, and you know the saying that you can miss all your shots but not the last one. So, big players make the big shots. So those were the times na those are the sweetest moments in basketball na parang isipin mo na yung struggle, it's always present, pero after that struggle, yes, fruit of labor is next. So yun yung parang nagbunga sa'yo at that time. So meron naman tayong next a different mic naman. Ng second video natin, some buckets that Michael De La Cruz has in store for us here.
Ano kaya yan?
Ano ba yung second video natin? Sino ba? With the left hand, sir.
Play.
Left hand. Hindi, kasi
Play.
um that's the
Mm.
story of Mike de la Cruz eh. Parang the first video is basic. Ito kasi yung dalawang video na yan. Yan yung parang, if you're gonna ask me how Michael de la Cruz is a player, I'm gonna show you these two videos. So the first video, basically, Michael de la Cruz is a spot-up shooter. Siya yung kahit ilagay mo dun sa gilid ng court, kahit lampas na ng 3-point line at ng out of bounds, nakatayo lang dyan. Laging ready shoot yung bola. Without a doubt. Kahit di ka niya tignan o kahit saan ka man nakatingin. Basta kahit last shot pa yan, first shot niya, ready siya lagi. Second video naman was a summarization of, a summary of how he was when he was transitioning to a guard. Kasi as you saw sa video, you were off a pick and roll na hindi mo naman ginagawa yun when you were from high
Yes.
school and going back the younger years. Yun nga, you were just a spot-up shooter, you were a big man, and then now you go off the pick, you pull up and you use your offhand, which you never used to usually do when we were kids. Bata tayo. So these
Hindi
are
nga
the
ako nagla-layup ata eh.
hindi ka nagle-layup nun kasi shooting lang, kahit si Tita Susan shooting lang din kayo eh pag after training eh. So yun nga, yun yung dalawang videos si Michael de la Cruz. So yung transition mo from a guard to from a big
From
man
outside.
to a guard, was it hard for you that time?
Is this the one nung high school pa?
So there were two times. There are other occasions na nag-adjust ka from being a big man. Kailan yung other occasions?
Actually nung ano lang eh. Nung pastoral tayo, di ba?
Okay.
My role was to be a big man kay Coach Marvin.
Okay.
And then, yung setup kasi natin nun, 5-5-5, di ba, every quarter.
Spurs. For those
So,
viewers,
parang, for that quarter, big man ako eh. Parang, slowly, parang, I was transitioning to become a guard pagdating ng fourth quarter. Kasi, yun yung naging role ko pagdating ng fourth quarter. I was big man going to a small forward pagdating ng fourth quarter. Naging guard lang ako nung pa-NCAA na eh. So, I really needed to cut down weight eh para I could compete with faster guards and bigger guards eh.
so nag-diet ka nun. Nag-diet ka nun.
Grabe talaga yung diet ko nun. As in, no rice, twice or thrice trainings, 2 or 3 trainings a day para lang ma-achieve ko yung goal ko na to become a guard. And ayun, medyo madali lang yung transition kasi as I've said, yung format ng passer parang pakonti-konti nagiging guard na rin ako eh.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Kasi
okay.
that's another factor, di ba, Mike, when SBP Pastorel, I think for most of us, I think it's safe to say na parang it's also a good comparison would be you and Mike Nieto, no? Because Mike Nieto was Big Mike for a reason. He was really a large player. And then when he started playing na in college, yung guard na rin, just like you. And so, you transitioned from being a big man to a guard and then struggles, and we won the championship luckily in Passerelle. NCAA, we finally had the opportunity to say na we represented LaSalle Green Hills. You represented LaSalle Green Hills in the highest form, which is St. Benilde in the NCAA, and then Enderun colleges, and then PBA D-League when Enderun joined. I think that's the most parang that's the highest level you've competed. Set aside Batang Gilas. How was that experience parang playing against mature and veteran players na?
And for me sobrang thankful ako kay Coach Pipo for that kasi parang that time parang naging role player ako eh. And then we've acquired 4 recruits from PBA and ex-PBA. Kaya parang that moment mas natuto ko sa kanila. And then
Coach Henry was also
pagdating ng
part of.
recently this year, last year lang, Coach Henry Sobido.
Okay.
So yun, yung time na yun, parang more on learning eh. Not, kasi parang yung role ko doon, more on role player. Kasi yung recruits na we've acquired is more on kaposition ko or parang mas effective pag nilagay mo sa court. So parang ako, more on learning ako ng first season ko nung D-League. Pero nung sayang nung recent D-League, parang it was time for me to
Step up.
show off na. To show off my skills talaga and my talent. Pero unfortunately, yung COVID nga. Pero at least I was very thankful for that opportunity kay Coach Pipo for putting me in that situation na makapag-contribute as a role player nung first season ko nung PBA TV.
So, your last tournament pala, the last competition you played for was the D-League.
Yeah. Nakaisang game lang kami nun eh.
One game
Against
lang.
FEU.
Super
Yeah.
bit pala, one game lang.
One game lang.
Yeah.
Tapos natalo pa.
Pero okay lang kasi sabi mo,
Uh,
it was time to showcase your talents to the world. At yun nga kinapos. Lahat naman sa atin na affect sa ganun. So, it's reality. And may nagtatanong dito, si Queenie, out of view po. Pero si Coach Darius nagtatanong, sabi, anong secret ng isang pagiging shooter?
ang pagiging shooter, you just really have to be confident with your shot. Parang once you're open, you really have to take it. Parang no doubts talaga. Kasi once a shooter, always a shooter. So, tira ka lang ng tira.
Tira na ng tira.
Alam ng mga shooter yon. Kahit may bantay, titira yan.
Kahit walang bola, tira rin ata yung mga shooter.
Oo.
Tira na ng tira.
Pero yung pagiging confident, kailangan pinagtatabahuan mo din as in maraming reps na shooting, made shots. Yun talaga, doon mo makukuha yung confidence mo. Yun lang yung masishare ko.
Yes.
Mamaya na yung secret.
Pero sabi kasi ni Mike, ni Coach Darius, na para kay Coach Darius na nagtatanong na you gotta put some buckets in kasi you don't wake up confident naman, you don't wake up a shooter na, di ba? Pagising mo, nakakatira na ako from the logo. Well, it's not that. And I think as the days go by during this pandemic, parang would you say na you getting in shape or kunyari, let's say the pandemic biglang may na tayo, may the virus is gone magically, tapos or like may vaccine na tapos delivered in our doorstep tomorrow morning. What's the first thing you would do?
Shoot the basketball.
Basket first eh. No?
Maghanap ako ng basketball court. Tapos mag-aaya ako ng 5-on-5.
Laro ka agad, no? That's the first
Laro
thing.
agad. Kasi doon tayo makakabawi sa sa condition tsaka sa IQ natin eh. We need to play and play. Yun talaga.
Well, ako first thing na gagawin ko, pag taturuin mo ako, Mike, papalibre ako sa'yo ng stick natin doon malapit sa Petron eh.
Akong bahala.
Masarap lagi yun eh. Kasama pa ni Tita Susan eh.
Well, sa Wilson ba yan? Sa Wilson?
Wilson lang tayo doon.
Sige, Bara.
Kasi, so sinasabi nga ng ating mga viewers na during this time, it's a very parang rough period of time for all of us. So parang anong piece of advice na mabibigay mo sa ating mga viewers or
Viewers.
great na
During
aspiring athletes we're all going through the same thing as you are na have yet to really make a name for
mm.
themselves.
So for me, maghanap for all the athletes to kahit hindi basketball player, maghanap kayo ng reason kung bakit nyo ginagawa yung sport na yon, and gawin yung motivation. Hanap kayo ng motivation like your family, for yourself, for your dreams. Kailangan passionate kayo sa ginagawa nyo eh. Kasi once na walang passion, parang hindi nyo ibibigay yung best nyo eh. Kailangan may passion talaga sa ginagawa nyo para mabigay nyo yung best nyo. And ngayong quarantine, I think wala man tayong space para makapag-training, makapag-practice. Marunong naman tayong mag-self workout naman, 'di ba? Sa mga bahay natin. Kahit maliit na pagpapapawis, kahit maliit na progress, it's still a progress eh. So parang ang payo ko is tuloy-tuloy lang. Never give up. Keep moving forward tayo. And huwag tayong susuko sa mga pangarap natin. And do it for your dreams, do it for your family, do it for your friends, for your loved ones. Just stay strong ngayong quarantine, and makakabangon tayo. We'll make it. We'll make it.
We'll all make it. We'll all make it there.
Yes, we'll all make it.
Well, kasi Mike, 'di ba, it's when our careers, it's never just in anything that we do and in any passion or any craft that we put our work in. It's never just going up. It's not just one way there. It's always an
Up and down.
'di ba? It's a roller coaster ride. So, 'di ba, patience because we're all gonna have our break. It's inspiring that 8, how long has it been? 8-10 years since we were playing with a GG5 basket rubber ball. Tapos now we're still out there, 'di ba? Playing the game that we love and
Yep.
still doing it for the same things, 'di ba? 10 years ago, it was still kahit pag magkwentuhan tayo dati, para saan ba 'tong ginagawa nating extra work? It's still for our family, for God, for our team, for our dreams. So it's
especially for God.
Especially for God. Kaya nga nakita niyo naman yung video, ladies and gentlemen, pagkatas ng 3 points ni Michael Dela Cruz, pagkatas siya mag-mintis buong season. The most important shot, 'di ba? Kay God kaagad after. So it's very inspiring, Mike, na you see basketball, the game that we love that way, and you do it for for God, for your family, your dreams. You owe it to yourself. So it's something to bring sa mga to absorb sa ating mga viewers, aspiring athletes na we're not alone. You're not alone, 'di ba? Maraming kumakayo diyan
Babangon tayo.
sa gusto natin.
Mm-mm.
So ang last na lang, Mike. So may mga gusto ka bang i-promote? I think your brother has a restaurant as well, and your personal sponsors, managers, lovely people.
Wala pa akong ganyan. Wala pa po.
Staff members.
Pero gusto ko rin i-promote yung business ng kuya ko. It's Tagpuan, Bulalo and Paris. If gusto niyo ng solid na bulalo, try niyo yun sa amin. Para matikman niyo din ako. Joke. joke lang. Iyan, parang
Ikaw kasi nagluto. Kayo ba nagluluto?
Hindi, parang ako lang yung food taster doon. Joke lang. Pero I'm super proud of my brother na nagagawa niya yung gusto niya, and kahit may mga struggles, nakukuha niya pa rin maging positive sa buhay. Ayun, and meron kaming parang sister business, parang the brewery, parang milk tea naman din siya. As in, bago pa lang din. So yun lang yung i-promote ko kasi They sponsor me food every day. Ayun lang.
Thank you so much.
Thankful ako sa kuya ko.
Sana umabot dito sa atin sa
Oo. Pag bumisita ako dyan, ako bahala sa'yo. Pwede ba magpa-shoutout dyan?
Ako, shoutout ka na pala sa sa mga family members.
Shoutout na ba? Sa parents ko, shoutout sa inyo. Thank you sa lahat ng sacrifices and support ninyo. Ayun, sa kuya ko ulit, thank you for being an inspiration for me right now. And sa girlfriend niya, si Ate Iya, si Queenie, Enderun community, Sir Jack, Dean Ed, Sir Danny, and sa Enderun basketball team, kay Coach Pipo, big shout out to you, Coach, and to my teammates nung 2015 hanggang 2019, shout out sa inyo lahat. Dela Cruz family, Pedregal family. Ayun, yung tagpuan, yung mga staff ng tagpuan, employees, mga chef, and yung mga teammates ko na nagpapa-shoutout, si JV, Irvin, si Jens, tsaka Gats. Yun, parang, yun lang. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching, everyone.
Thank you, teammates.
So,
ano pala, social media mo, Mike, para i-follow na nila.
Yung Instagram ko, follow nyo ako. At Magic Mike DC. Kaya ako pinili yung Magic kasi Luka tayo eh. Number 1 fan tayo
may disclaimer. May iba bang meaning yung Magic Mike?
Wala naman. Just to be clear. Kasi idol ko si Luka eh. And
galing yung na yan? Luka Doncic niya na nagsimula. Sa'yo ba nagsimula yun?
Siguro. Kasi nung last season ko, 77 eh. Sakto, nag-boom yung career ni Luka. So parang, pinik ko na rin number 77.
So si Luka pala nagsimula rin pala sa yung Magic. Sige, sorry. Continue, tawa.
Ayun. Yung Facebook ko, Mike De La Cruz. Add nyo ako. Follow nyo ako. And I'll continue to aspire to inspire.
Oy! Aspire to inspire. Hashtag
yes.
Magic Mike.
Naging na rin namin yan eh. Motto namin sa Enderun. Aspire to inspire. And I'll make everyone proud in Enderun. Parang pagdating ng panahon, I can say na naka-inspire ako ng mga athletes namin from Enderun. And especially those schools na hindi masyadong nabibigyan ng exposure. Aspire lang to inspire.
Aspire to inspire. Better believe it, ladies and gentlemen, si Michael De La Cruz.
Yes, sir.
I think, dahil sinasabi mo lagi na you have yet to inspire or gusto mong sabihin na you have yet to make the Enderun community proud. Pero ako, di ako Enderun community pero proud ako sa'yo eh. So, na-inspire mo kami, bro.
Champs at heart, bro.
So actually, yung Pinoy Youth Dreamers community na-inspire mo rin kasi you're also part of this program back in 2000 and something, the early 2000s. Kasi
sa Pasig pa tayo nagte-training nun eh.
For Batang PBA. The Pinoy Youth
Thankful din ako kay Coach Bujing for acquiring me sa team niya. Shout out, Coach. Kay Coach Marlon din pala. Nagpapa-shoutout si Coach Martin.
Kaya ayun, si Coach Marlon, rin natin yan eh. Growing up, yun yung nagbigay ng confidence. Well, hindi na ako, sa'yo lang kasi yun nga.
Tsaka siya rin yung unang kumuha sa akin, kaya thankful din ako sa kanya. Kaya nagsimula yung basketball career ko.
Na kahit ganun kakalaki, no? Pa rin ni Coach Marlon.
Pero parang yung height ko nun, parang Greg Slaughter yung height ko nun eh.
Yun nga sabi ko kanina, yung bata pa tayo, parang ikaw lang ata ikaw ata pinakaunang nag-growth spurt sa aming lahat eh.
Kaya nga.
Una ka pa kaila Kobe Paras eh.
Halos kahit ko pa sila Kobe nun eh. Hindi ko alam kung ano nangyari sa amin eh. Napag-iwanan ata ako.
Ako di na ako magsasalita sa height ko. Kaya
maliit siguro si mama kaya napag-iwanan ako.
Uy, pero nakuha mo naman yung shooting mo kay Tito Susan.
Oh, syempre.
Tita Susan. Well, yun. So
Thankful
anyway,
ako. Oh.
gusto ko lang ulit magpasalamat sa iyo, Michael de la Cruz, for this opportunity, for joining, for hopping on Sports All In. So maraming salamat. And of course, we Sports All In, Pinoy Youth Dreamers, and kaming mga um, hashtag Michael de la Cruz, Magic Mike supporters, and hashtag Loa Doncic of Valenzuela City community
Yes.
fans, etc. We wish you all the best, and we're very
Thank
proud
you.
of you. And continue to aspire to inspire. And
Yes.
we're very excited after this pandemic. It's something to look forward to na what's next for Michael de la Cruz. So, tuloy lang bro. Tuloy lang yung hard work. Tuloy lang yan. And
Okay.
we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there.
Thank you for having me. And
Once again,
kay
this is
Coach
Sports All
Bujing.
In. And thank you, Mike.
Thank
Stay
you.
safe.
Thank you for having me.
Stay safe.
Sports All In. Power. More power.
Break through a world where big data beats your worries. A world that gives you priority when innovations come. This is the Giga Life on Smart Signature. Simplified by the Philippines' fastest mobile data network. The choice is simple. Move up to Smart Signature and make your mark. How do I know it's meant to be? Simple, Smart, Acot.